With all respect, I'm just going to briefly read a couple little things from a couple of these books. One is How Sex Apps Work. I don't care if the rest of that book is Shakespeare. When you talk about how sex apps work, they should not be in school libraries. Here's one. Two men can pleasure each other in a variety of fun ways. I don't care if it's two men or a man and a woman can. It should not be in a school library if the rest of the book is Shakespeare. And again, we can respectfully disagree. Thank you, Ms. Thompson. You want to say anything?
You do. I think it's one of the biggest forms of censorship going on in the United States, and I think that it's a real problem. I think that we need to have real conversation around age appropriate, but that doesn't mean removal. It means age appropriate, and that's a different situation. And I just feel like some of the things that have been going on have been such a knee-jerk reaction. It feels very much like a couple of loud voices get to say what the rest have to then follow, and I disagree wholeheartedly with that. And we will. I mean, I get that we're going to disagree with this, but it's one of those things where, as a board member, we have to be representative of 26,000 plus students, and 26,000 plus students don't have the home life of every single individual. They're all different, and we have to acknowledge that there are reasons for kids to have information. And we can talk about the specifics. To just pull something out of a book is, I think, irresponsible, and I think that the entirety needs to be something that you consider.
And I strongly vociferously disagree, but respectfully. I'm going to keep my comments brief here, but I want to talk briefly about the books. I know that's been a big deal, and I just want to publicly thank Mr. Gregory for making a wise decision to work with principals to remove sexually explicit books from our libraries. I was going to read some things, but I'm kind of out of time, and I'm not going to read what was in those books. But in my view, it was pretty horrific, and it was clearly sexually explicit. There was something I want to read just briefly, and I think this is really good when I hear people talk about book banning. And this is a quote from a historian. He said, "Legally banning a book historically includes burning or otherwise destroying all existing copies while making it a crime to purchase, possess, read, or discuss the book. Choosing which books to include in a curriculum, library, or book club, and which books not to include is not a ban. So long as the book can be purchased, borrowed, possessed, and read by those who choose to read it, that book is not banned. If you are free to read a book, talk about it with friends, write and publish a review of it, that book is not banned. If you want to read a book and I refuse to buy or subsidize it for you, or if the district refuses to subsidize you for it, that does not mean the book is banned. It means you need to figure out a way to borrow or buy the book that this district doesn't value, but you do." And so I just feel strongly about that. Those books you can buy on Amazon. You can probably go to the public library and get them as well if you want. But a school library, I believe, has fairly specific purposes for library books.